Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Your boy is a bit late, but that's because I've been prepping for the World Tournament. I'm going to make sure as soon as that tournament starts, I believe it starts about this time in a couple of days, your boy will be ready to get to that grind. Now, there's a few... Originally, I wasn't going to make a data download video because, you know, usually some of these World Tournament data downloads are pretty small, right? We only have... the new STR Goku Black, who's a World Tournament reward card, who's actually quite good. Like, they listened to what I was saying about how they needed to make these World Tournament cards. We'll go over that in a second. There is a rebirth for the Whis outfit STR Super Saiyan Goku, who looks interesting. And then we got the final details, the full details for Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' EZA. Now, some other things happen. Apparently, with the maintenance... they did some weirdness, which kind of like, you know, disconnected DBZ space or made it difficult for DBZ space to access the, you know, the sort of info and stuff. I presume that when Renzi is back, I believe he's on vacation right now, but when Renzi is back, he'll be able to fix it. But, you know, DBZ space is probably going to be MIA for a little bit. Not a big deal. Let the man Renzi get some me time. It's all good, right? The other thing, too, is one thing annoyed me greatly, Dokkan. So, global players, I don't know if in the last maintenance they changed the order of the categories. I mean, see, it's not really a big deal for global players because y'all can read it, right? But the category listing, the last update on Dokkan, they changed the order of the categories. They changed it from the original order that they had, which, you know, is kind of random, but, you know, it had, like, the category sagas at the top, and, you know, then you had, like, the you know, pure Saiyans, hybrid Saiyans, and stuff like that, like, near the bottom, right? They changed it so that the categories went from at the top, the very first category implemented, you know, Fusion, Shadow Dragon, World Tournament, and Peppy Gals were at the top, and then the newest ones would be added to the bottom. But during yesterday's maintenance, they changed it back to the way it used to be. So for like 2 seconds when I logged in, I was confused. I was like, what? What is going on here? So thank you, Dokkan, for that. Okay. So, we got a bunch of stuff to get to. Again, let me upvote Zahal right here. And, of course, I got to hit my man Goresh with an upvote. You already know. Big shout-outs, of course, to iSeriously, because, you know, without DBZ space, you know, sort of active right now, iSeriously was able to give us the goods, right? So, in terms of the super attacks, there's nothing really too crazy, right? Like, Goku Black... Oh, here, I want this muted. Okay. So, big shout out to iSeriously for the info, the super attacks, all that. So, as we can see, Goku Black just has the, you know, generic, you know, physical Goku Black super attack right there. Nothing too crazy. I would prefer they given him a new one, but, you know, it's not the biggest deal. Then we have the, this Goku right here, the Whis outfit Super Saiyan Goku here. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so he does a little instant transmission, Kamehameha right there, but then, oh, nope, no Kamehameha. He does the 1-inch punch that he does against Golden Frieza, so you gotta like that. So those are the two new cards. I don't think there's any other info that we really need to look at over here on iSeriously's Twitter. I just kind of wanted to show the super attacks off. I did not make a separate video for the super attacks because it's literally just Goku with the 1-inch punch, and it's cool to see, but that's certainly not, you know, on the level of some of the other super attacks that we've seen before, right? So, let's go ahead and jump into what STR Goku Black and the STR Super Saiyan Goku do. Then we'll talk at length about the EZA TEQ Gotenks. Okay, so, Goku Black, warning from the future, gives Extreme STR Key 2, HP attack and defense 70%. So, that's a pretty good leader skill. Like, you know, it's going to be way off in the future, but when he awakens, you know, he'll have probably a decent leader skill there. His super attack is the Black Powerball, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. Obviously, that's good. Then, Goku Black's passive, Warped History. He gets 15% defense per attack received, so it looks like he could get hit 4 times to max out his attack. And then, all future category allies get 20% attack and 10% defense, and all Time Traveler category allies get 20% attack and 10% defense. I've already seen it confirmed that they do indeed stack, right? So, like, the future and the Time Traveler, if a unit is on both, like, you know, a lot of the Goku Blacks are, stuff like that, then it's a full buff. You know, they get 40% attack and 20% defense. Now, this is good. This is how they should make World Tournament reward cards, because I've said many times, right? That, like, if we have a World Tournament reward card, let's just say they release a base form Gogeta, right? And, you know, he gets like a 100% attack buff at the start of turn or something like that. He's never, ever, ever, ever going to be able to deal anywhere near the same amount of damage that a summonable unit can do. Like, the difference in stats, right? Summonable units are going to get, you know, plus 5,000 basically to all their stats from the potential system, whereas free-to-play units, which the World Tournament units are counted as most of the time, at least all the new ones for a very long time have been, you know, they've been getting just the plus 3,000 all stats as a free-to-play unit. Their stats aren't going to be as high, so they're just not going to be able to do as much damage. They're obviously not going to be as strong as a summonable unit. But Dokkan has already shown us a willingness to make a support unit just as good if it's free to play than if it was a summonable unit, because in reality the extra little stats, like, you know, Goku Black's gonna have less stats probably than, I don't know, the Supreme Opie of Time, right? But like, that's not really so big of a deal, right? Because he's not intended to be a damaging unit. He's there to make other units better. So this Goku Black, I would actually say, is quite good. Like, you know, this is a unit that could be very good for Patara. This guy could be very good for Realm of Gods. Like, you know, you could use this guy in a couple of different teams. You know, all the Zamasu and Goku Black cards are going to get a lot stronger. Any Trunks cards are going to get a lot stronger. So that's going to be very good. Now, the only sort of negative is we're not going to be able to use him on the Time Traveler team, right? But this Goku Black, actually, now that I think about it, this Goku Black is the best support unit on the future category. The only other support unit on the future category is the physical father-son Gallic Gun Rage Trunks. You know, I did rainbow him because he was the best support type unit for that category, and now already he's not, so funny enough. But, you know, them making this Goku Black like this, I think I will rainbow him. Like, he's actually good. Like, I'm going to use this card. Like, that's the best thing. I'm telling y'all. They do, like, these types of World Tournament reward cards. That's so good because these actually have a lot of value, a lot of use. And then, let's say instead, instead of a support unit for that Goku base form Goku Black, I want to go with the Dokkan Fest Goku Black, who's going to be able to do a lot more damage than the STR Goku Black. So, you know, you have that as well. His links are very good. Cold Judgment, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, and Big Bad Bosses. Goku Black units always have great links. And then, of course, he's on 4 teams: Realm of Gods, Patara, Future, and Time Travelers. Future is, like, this guy is really important for the Future team. Again, he's going to be the best support type unit on the Future team. The Time Traveler team, you might not be able to use him too much because obviously Int Goku Black is the leader there. But, you know, if you have LR Trunks and Mai, you know, you could just rock the Goku Black on that team as a support type unit. You know, that's always possible. And then, of course, Patara and Realm of Gods, you know, you can get this Goku Black over there helping out. So, Super Saiyan Goku, actually, I've not looked at his details yet. So, Fighting Spirit Focus, he gives Super STR Key 2, HP attack and defense 80%. Yep, that's good, that's good. His super attack is the Super Dragon Flash Fist. So that's what that's called, huh? Supreme damage with a high chance to stun. Okay, that's not bad. And then his passive, Flash of Fighting Spirit, 100% attack and 2 key at the start of turn, and then 100% defense when launching super attack. They're tricky. I would rather that be the other way around. He'd be a lot better if his defense was 100% at the start of turn and then 100% attack when launching a super attack. That would make him definitely better. He's decent. He's definitely a decent card. I just pulled this guy from the last World Tournament. Funny enough, literally today, I almost did a video on this guy. Now I'm glad I didn't because he's going to get his awakening next weekend. I'll just do the video on him at that point. He's interesting, right? He's definitely not bad. You know, he could be solid. Enemy or units with a high chance to stun, like, that's good. You know, he could have some value in some places there. You know, if you're able to get several copies into him, like, I wouldn't really recommend taking a unit like this probably in like Super Battle Road or something unless you're putting a lot of orbs into him. But, you know, with a high chance to stun, you know, and he gets 100% defense, you're not going to run him in the first slot, but if you got him in the second or the third slot, he certainly can be handy. And this Goku, his links are Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, all in the family, The First Awakened, and Shattering the Limit. The First Awakened, that's interesting. I like that a lot. They gave the I don't know if he had the First Awaken before, to be honest. But him having First Awaken, that actually does make him very interesting because, as we know, that is a massive 25% attack link that good units like Ultra Instinct Goku, LR TEQ Goku, the original LR, and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, those are units that have the First Awaken, so that's good. And he's only on pure Saiyans in Goku's lineage. I mean, he is intended to be from the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament, even though it's weird, right? Even though his super attack is from Resurrection F, this card is obviously from the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament. Interestingly enough, we still have not gotten a Vegeta counterpart to this Goku, because if you guys remember, in Resurrection F, they only go blue, right? But in Universe 6 vs 7 tournament, they do go Super Saiyan and fight for a while in those outfits. They're Whis outfits, right? We don't have a Super Saiyan version of that Vegeta, so I would like to see one added at some point. Now, there's a bunch of weirdity. There's a bunch of strangeness here with TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Basically, as far as I understand it, according to what Goresh was saying, is the info in-game has Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' super attack written as extreme. They might amend this in a data download at some point, but it's written as extreme. But I believe, is it DB Horus, I believe? I've done a few videos with him talking before. I think, yeah, there he is right there. Yep, he's talking. Basically, over in the Dokkan Wiki, they actually were able to look at the database and determine that even though it says extreme, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' 12-key super is actually supreme. They did upgrade it to supreme damage. So, his 11-key super attack remains immense, still grants a massive attack buff for one turn. And then, Goresh edits and says that it seems like Gotenks' 12-key super actually does supreme now. That's a big deal. I'm seeing, some discussion, too, about how formidable the TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks EZA is right here. On Fusion, right? It's very, I saw calculations. A lot of people are saying that physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks seems like he's going to hit harder on fusions, which certainly would make sense to me, right? Because even though Gotenks did upgrade to supreme damage, it's still only doing supreme, right? The physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks on 12-key, he still does immense, and he has a 150% 12-key multiplier, whereas the Super Saiyan 3 TEQ Gotenks is only at a 140% 12-key multiplier. So, those things add up. Then when we consider the fact that, this Gotenks has Over in a Flash, and he's also got Fuse Fighter. That's 5-key. The whole, fusion / movie hero team is dominated by Gogeta units. Blue Gogeta, STR Gogeta, or Int Gogeta. You could use any of them. They've all got Over in a Flash and Fuse Fighter. All three of them do. So you're not going to be able to hit the 11-key super or under 12-key on the fusion team almost ever, right? Pretty much 100% of the time, no matter where this Gotenks is on the team, the only real time would be if he was linked up with, the LR Gogeta, the Goku and Vegeta unit. But then, that's so, unoptimized for then LR Goku and Vegeta, right? They're not going to have any key either. That's pretty much the only way he'll be able to get below 12-key super attack for this Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So, I actually, to be honest, I think I would rather they just made Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, dumb overpowered, right? That would be better, in my opinion. But they made it in a way where on the Fusion team, it really appears like using physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks will be better. But, on, the Super Saiyan 3 team, you're going to want to go with TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. If you're using one of them on the Buu Saga team, you're going to want to use TEQ Gotenks. It's they upgraded this TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, but they didn't make the physical Gotenks irrelevant, right? But one thing to point out is, although the physical one will be able to outdamage the TEQ one, I believe, a little bit on the Fusion team, the difference in defense is night and day. TEQ Gotenks is going to be a good defensive unit, whereas Super Saiyan 3 physical Gotenks is a liability, right? So if we're talking Super Battle Road, I would recommend bringing TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks over the physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks anyway, because obviously over there, it's not just attack power, defense does matter, right? So, they did a good job in making the physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks not irrelevant. I'm gonna be very curious to see what they do with the other 70% EZA leaders, because I gotta assume, a unit like STR Omega, a unit like AGL Super Vegito, they don't really have the sort of like parts of their character kit where there's a negative involved, right? Like Vegito, you just toss him out there, he counters everything and kills everything, like while reducing damage to nil. Like he's just dominant, right? SCR Omega drastically lowers enemy attack, and then he just has a nice attack buff. It's only really Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks that had a negative part, in like his full character info here. So, I'm guessing, even though the physical Gotenks is still relevant, I think like among like the Super Vegito units, Omega, and Broly. Well, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be real difficult for physical Dokkan Fest Broly to overtake LR Broly, but where they could really do good is by making physical Legendary Super Saiyan Broly a great defensive unit. Because then you could go LR Broly for offense, or you can go Legendary Super Saiyan Broly for more of a defensive value. That would be good. But for like Omega and Super Vegito, I think physical Omega and the physical Super Vegito, those two units are probably going to be good for their leader skills only moving on. Like, for example, I think if you're going to use a Super Vegito on Patara, you're probably going to want to go with the AGL one after he gets his EZA. Or if you're going to use an Omega Shenron on full power, it's probably going to be the STR Omega Shenron that you're going to want to use moving forward and not the physical one. So even though they did keep physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks relevant, I think it will pretty much only be for him that this sort of thing will happen. I also saw that there was a bunch of shenanigans on here. People insulting my boy Goresh. Listen, don't make Daddy take off his belt, all right? No slander for Goresh. I had better not catch a peep of slander about the homeboy Goresh, because Goresh has been kicking out these translations for us left and right. Don't disrespect the boy Goresh like that. Come on now. Chill. So there we go, guys. There was all the info. The STR Goku Black looks really good. I actually really like him. So much so that I probably will rainbow him. Of course, I'm going to be grinding the world tournament. I'm going to try and get top 100 this tournament. Although it's going to be a little difficult for me because I'm going to be out of town. But I'm still going to try and get top... Well, who am I kidding? There's no chance I'm going to get top 100 while being out of town. But I should still be able to get like top 250 or something like that. So he's good. The 1-inch punch Super Saiyan Whis outfit Goku, he's quite good as well. He'll definitely be useful for something like Super Battle Road with the 50% chance to stun that he's got. Of note is they're definitely going to change that World Tournament Summon banner. All the featured units they've had on that banner, they've kept like almost identical for many World Tournaments in a row. So hopefully they greatly change that banner. I'm still chasing AGL Super Saiyan Gohan from the Broly movie. I've never been able to pull him. Hundreds and hundreds of tickets. Never been able to pull that Gohan. At this point, I'm going to have to wait until they actually feature him on that banner, until he gets his awakening, before I'll be able to pull my boy. And then, of course, I'm still hunting like LR Piccolo and stuff. And then TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, his EZA comes out about 24 hours from now. It's very good, right? I don't think we know, no, we don't know, at least I don't, what he's weak to. The guys over here on the Dokkan Wiki might have figured it out, but I've not seen the info anywhere. Normally, we would get it from DBZ Space, what the EZA is weak to, but obviously, DBZ Space is not working properly right now, so by tomorrow, I'll know for sure what his EZA is weak to. Again, I think it's probably going to be something related to Majin Buu, but, we'll sort of see how it goes, so thanks. Big shout-outs, of course, to I Seriously, Goresh, Zahal, DB Horace, and all the cats over at the Dokkan Wiki. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you think about these units. Do you like the Goku Black? Do you like TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, his EZA, how they did it? Let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time.